I don't like shopping anymore, I don't go to malls, and my Amazon history has less than 10 orders. When I do need or want something to buy, which of course still happens, I often ask myself why and try not to rush. So here are my guidelines for myself for when I'm shopping. I try to avoid trends. I never had Samba sneakers, Dyson, Labubu. I never tried to buy chocolate or any other similar trendy products. I don't see value for myself in these products and they feel like a waste of time and money, especially when there's this huge demand due to their popularity. You'll realize that you'll be paying more for their popularity rather than the price of the actual product. I try to avoid buying anything from ads. Even when subconsciously I come across a product that I've seen in the ad before, I think at this point I've trained my brain to tell me like, hey, we've seen this in the ad, most probably you don't need it. And this gives me this extra seconds to avoid impulse buying. I try not to buy and don't own much clothes with visible branding. I will not wear a big and flashy logo until I'm not sponsored by that brand. Because that's exactly how I see people with logos all over them. They are literally free walking billboards. There was this guy who sold ad spaces on his wedding tuxedo. I mean, companies are willing to pay for that, yet they got us into doing it for free. Of course, I have some exceptions. I have running shoes and my sunglasses are from obvious brands, but that wasn't intentional. I don't buy fizzy sugary drinks. They're always at the top of the worst food you can consume and you can easily live without them. This one is a bit controversial for parents, but I try to avoid plastic toys. First, they are brittle. A lot of our plastic toys break in one way or another. Second, most of them are too loud and bright, designed to trap child's attention. And third, they lose value so much it's easier to just throw them away than try to resell. Of course, it's quite hard to avoid them completely. We still have like Legos or toy cars, but when I'm toy shopping, the material is the decisive factor. Speaking about the material, I love natural materials when it comes to shoes and clothes. More and more, I find myself choosing items based on the material and the style rather than the brand name or the common store offers. I still have some garments made with polyester, but that's something I try to avoid nowadays. Especially with sport clothing, I don't know why everyone decided that polyester was the best material choice, but I don't like it and I'm on the mission right now to eventually change my all activewear to cotton. Another thing that I skipped completely are wireless headphones. I absolutely love good old ones with wires and absolutely have no reason to change that. To me, they have this nostalgic feeling to them, especially when you have to take your time, untangle, and like in the good old days. And also, I just don't want another gadget that I would need to charge. At this point, I think that you've noticed the trend that I'm not a big fan of plastic, and this also applies to my kitchen. I have minimal amount of plastic appliances in my kitchen and I absolutely love my cast iron pan. I think it was the movie called Black Waters that had like big influence on me about Teflon. And over the last couple of years, I'm slowly changing my kitchen items to the materials I feel better about. Of course, my views and ideas over the past years changed and they continue to change, and I'm actually excited about this part. I am very curious how will I view the world and shopping and all that in the next couple of years. But for now, this is how it is, and thank you for watching this video and see you in the next one.